Good morning, Steve here in Chicago with the morning grain calls. Well, behind me is the field that I keep looking at here in north central Illinois of corn. And I think that the big thing is the crops look great. I think they're enjoying, at least up to this point, May and early June weather. It will be a heat index today in Chicago of 112, probably another hot day tomorrow. And so I think the crops will just kind of live through this. The key is what's ahead for the next 2 weeks. The 6 to 10 day and the 8 to 14 day is still warm and dry. And I think today some of the maps have the weather that we're currently seeing, warm and dry, extended now into the second week. So it's kind of surprisingly that the corn and soybean market is not higher on this news, but we're still looking at the Fed increasing rates over the next 2 days. We're still looking at inflation at 40-year highs, and we're still looking at the U.S. dollar at 20-year lows. Last week, China bought 20 cargoes of U.S. beans. They need to average 35 a week to meet their expected imports. So we're just kind of wondering if new COVID cases, new COVID restrictions, new COVID lockdowns is beginning to reduce their demand for imported commodities, including soybeans. USDA threw out a lot of numbers yesterday at us. Number one, 97% of the corn crop is planted. The crop was rated 72% good to excellent versus 73 last week. Your best crops are in Iowa, Wisconsin, Kentucky, Michigan, and Illinois. The crops rated the lowest are in Minnesota, Kansas, Nebraska, and North Dakota. Soybean, 88% planted. Crops rated 70% good to excellent versus 64 last year. Your best crops are in Arkansas, Kentucky, Iowa, Michigan, and Louisiana. And the lowest rated crops are in Ohio, North Dakota, Minnesota, and Missouri. Winter wheat harvest is 10% done. Crops rated 31% good to excellent versus 48 last year. But 42% of the crop is rated poor to very poor. That's up 2% from last week and versus 20 last year. 94% of the spring wheat is planted. Crop is rated 54% good to excellent. Last year was 37, but average is 70. We also noted that in South America, Brazil and Argentina premiums for soybeans are lower due to lack of China buying. Some people estimate that the Brazil corn crop is 110 versus the USDA's 116, bean 123 versus USDA's 126, Argentina corn 49 versus 53, and soybeans 42 versus USDA's 43. We also note that our bean exports are 1856 down 11%, corn 1772 down 17%, and wheat just started the marketing year. We also note that there's probably 350,000 corn acres in North Dakota that may not get planted, just like there's 700,000 spring wheat acres in North Dakota and Minnesota that may also not get planted. Weather-wise, Europe also dry. The South America, Brazil, Argentina is dry. Much of the Black Sea is dry, and Canada is too wet. Matif wheat made higher yesterday despite the lower futures. The euro is at 4-week low, and we just think the market right now is undervalued. Have a good trading day.